Alright, good morning, Jim. Welcome back. So, yeah, we slept really late last night. We actually slept 30 minutes late. So, yeah, I spent too long on the Satisfactory, right? But, yeah, we're here now, right? All I know is that right now for Satisfactory, I need to work on the electricity there. It's speeding pretty bad. Turns out the coal plants require a lot of water, right? So coal's not the problem. It's the water. The water's like the actual problem with the coal plants. Because we need like a constant flow of water, but it uses lots of water, you know? So yeah, I gotta figure out some stuff. Gotta figure out the electricity. And yeah, it's really messy right now in Satisfactory, right? Stuff is everywhere, components are not properly aligned. It's all because I ran out of materials. So should really go back to making more reinforced iron plates first. Yeah. We might need to start making the second floor of constructors. Yeah, we might have to. Which means they need a lot more power because the constructors take up some power. So yeah, seems like the only problems in Satisfactory right now is just energy, right? The the coal plants are not as reliable as I thought. I thought once you connect to water, it's fine, right? But you need like a consistent flow of water, which makes it challenging. If you don't have enough water flow to match your electricity power, it's slowly gonna drain it. So that's kind of a problem. Yeah, so I gotta figure it out. The coal's not even the actual fuel. The fuel is literally the water. So yeah, gotta figure that out. Yeah. We honestly might swap the biofuel. I'll see about it. Maybe I'll see. All I know is that the assemblers use up so much electricity. They use 15 each, and one coal plant can only hold 75. But it doesn't naturally hold 75 because it actually can only hold like 40 something because you need 20 something watts to just power up the water pump, you know? So the coal factory is not as good as I thought. Well, not as good, but again, the main problem is just the water flow, right? You need like a constant source of water flow, and you need pumps. And it's just, actually, it's almost as technically, it's almost the same as a biofuel component. Only thing is, it's less maintenance, but it's way more unreliable, right? It needs like a startup as well. If you somehow short circuit it, you need like a biofuel just to start it up. So I need to think about that component. Really need to rethink the water. No, the supply, the power. Gotta rethink that. Because the problem is that even if the pump is really close to the coal plant, it doesn't matter because you need as many little pumps as possible for the water flow to come in. So, and again, to pump the water, it costs electricity, right? So if I do one pump per coal factory, we actually only have around 40 something to play with because we still need like 20 something to power up the water to begin with. So it's not 75, it's like only 40. Yeah. Unless I like sacrifice one coal plant just to pump everything, which kind of works ish. But still, the electric, the, wiring's so messy. The whole base is really messy right now. So I gotta really fix it, which is what we're gonna do today. We expanded the base now, but we're just facing the electricity problem. Plus, we haven't even faced the steel problem yet. Honestly, I need to find. We actually might even abandon, not abandon, but I remember seeing one of the hard drives that if you have the right hard drive, you can turn coal into biofuel, right? So honestly, maybe I'll do that. So if we get enough, if we find the right hard drive, right? If we find the right hard drive, we can turn coal into biofuel and biofuel into solid biofuel using a biofuel component, and then manually like hoard a bunch of it, and then put like the industrial storage containers on each biofuel. It might be a bit more, how do you say it? That strategy is going to be more labor intensive, right? But it's more reliable, I think, because the water issue is it's a bit too annoying, right? I'd rather just spend my labor time and mass fuel up the biofuel storage, and we can just constantly burn biofuel. Yeah, that might be better. Done, but now it's done. It's here now. When I came here, there's just one female, but they're gone now. You know, the initial plan was literally to go on the treadmill today, but the person was like in the middle of all of them, so kind of just had to go here for work now. I don't even know why I made more rotas. Uh, all I know is that we need a. I think, yeah, I need to work on the power, but also I kind of want to start building the rest of the blueprint. I might build the rest of the blueprint and just use biofuel for the meantime until I get more upgrades, right? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure once we get more tiers, we can unlock better water pumps. Because right now the water pumps is just not, how do I say it? The way the coal mine works right now is that it requires water and it needs constant flow of water, and the constant flow of water varies because the pumps aren't in unison, right? And spikes cause no. If you have like 0 point something less water flow in the coal plant, over time you're just going to short circuit, right? So it looks like there's water going in, but if you're slightly negative, it's over. It's going to short circuit over time. And once one thing short circuits, the whole system fucks up. So yeah, I'll think about it. But honestly, right now, I need to make more components. So I need to focus on mass making a bunch more reinforced iron plates, and maybe, yeah, I'll look into it. But we might even look into more biofuel, to be honest. Just for the meantime, right? Because I'm thinking, right, to boost up the factory's efficiency, I may just start. I'll make a mini component just to turn leaves and wood into solid biofuel, and I'm gonna just destroy the forest a bit, grab all that resources, put it into the new biofuel module, which will create solid biofuel, which should last us a decent amount of time while I sort out the coal factory stuff. I think the coal factory stuff's more efficient once I get a faster pump. The pump's just not worth it right now. It's not worth it right now, I think. And I'll see how it goes. I just need to make like a mini biofuel component thing. That would make things a lot easier. But I just need a whole bunch of biofuel storage things. I'll see about it. The component can't be too hard. I just need one storage box that crafts leaves into biofuel, one that crafts wood into biofuel, one that crafts biofuel into solid biofuel, which goes to a container, and I don't think I need to split it or anything. I could merge the two biofuels into, yeah, one, and again, yeah, I think about it. Of course, biofuel is not permanent because the more trees I destroy, the less there'll be, right? But it might be enough just to get my factory running a lot better while we wait for upgrades. So yeah, that's kind of the what I need to do. Yeah, we just need a bunch of conveyor belts right now because as you saw in yesterday's video, the only reason we had to make the build look so messy is because I was really desperate for more reinforced iron plates. Because one reinforced iron plate is a conveyor belt Mark II, and we need that. So I had to readjust the system just to purely make more of those, which I think we got enough, so I think we should make more. I was gonna start making a second layer of constructors, which are probably just gonna end up fueling a biofuel. I'll see about it. Alright. There's gotta be a better source of power though. Oh no, the coal is infinite, right? The coal plants are infinite, but it's just the water is just makes it kind of, I don't know. I might also readjust the actually I don't know. I think about it too. It depends on what components need copper. Mm-hmm. Because technically I could move the copper line into the 5 smelter row if I need to swap the two, right? But if I need both running at the same time, then I guess I have to make some more. That's a lot of stuff to think about. I need to focus on one component at a time. And I think the main focus is to continue my blueprint, which requires more constructors. The power I can just deal with by using biofuel at this point. Or I could maybe try build another coal plant. I'll say about it, right? The assemblers are still working quite hard. I've only got 3 assemblers right now. But even with 9, I need to really build a second layer of constructors because right now I have 3 assemblers, but I really do just need more constructors because the initial idea was 9 constructors for one assembly part. So that's why the second layer is there to build the secondary component. But right now it's uneven. Hmm. I wonder what a second layer would look like too. I have to make an actual floor. I've talked about the Satisfactory so much that I'm not even sleepy anymore. Also, it's diamond hour too, so who cares? A second layer of constructors would they even be needed? When I look at the component, right? Our metal ingots are fully stacked up. Once they hit the split, they split into threes and then they split into nines. And when it comes to the assembler, it depends. The screws are made rapidly, but the iron rods are slower. But again, it really depends because when I change what I need to build, the ratio will be different again. I just need to relook at the components right now when I get back. I need to relook at how much, like what we actually need. Do we need more assemblers or do we need more constructors? Or do we need a faster feeding system? You know? Technically, if I, depends on the ratio, but I can technically start making merges on the end of it and just connect it directly to the assemblers. I could do that. But again, it would really depend because sometimes the ratio changes. It just depends on the component I'm making, right? Yeah, I think about it. It's a lot of problem solving, which I like. Honestly, the game's pretty good. So much problem solving. It's like there's actually problems to do. There's like actually something to do. There you go, done. Yeah, I know someone in the comments is gonna say something like, "Just quit the game then, and the problems will be gone." Why don't you just go kill yourself then? Why don't you just go do that then instead of commenting? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I guess you can set it. You can set it for Overwatch though. If it's Overwatch, that's a good idea. The problem is Overwatch. Just stop playing the game then. Fuck Overwatch. But when it comes to Satisfactory, it's a factory, and yeah, I can't wait. I just want to play the game again right now. I just want to solve the problem, right? Technically, I think maybe one of the most OP things in Satisfactory you could really do is AFK. If you AFK and just mass make a bunch of components, you'll be good. Technically, you can just AFK and have the machines make one component of every kind at the slowest pace ever. But if you're AFK, it's fine, right? Well, technically, if Satisfactory was in real life, right, I probably would have done that. Just like, because you'll be sleeping, right? Like, if you're in real life, you'd be sleeping, so you'd probably have a component making every single kind. It really depends, actually. Oh well, enough talking. Let's start the stretching, and then yeah, so much. Like you guys don't even know what I'm talking about because if you don't watch the Satisfactory series, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So you should probably watch it. Luckily, these videos are delayed, so you can have a chance to rewatch it. If you wonder what day I'm talking about day 7 on Satisfactory. So yeah, yeah, if I find a hard drive, if I find a hard drive again that allows me to craft coal into biofuel, we might honestly just swap the biofuel. Although logically it wouldn't make really sense. But also logically, if I want to, if I had coal plants, I should have good water pumps too. No, I think about it. I think about it. Shut up. Dude, there's so many things going on my head right now. But I think I know. I think one thing I could do is we need to readjust the way the coal plants are placed. I wonder if I can manage to align the pipes without making it go upwards, then the coal factory will probably be filled without any need of the pumps. Because the reason right now is because the coal plants are elevated while the water pumps are not elevated, and you need pumps to pump it because it's like not flat, straight, directly. Yeah, and also we probably need like one biofuel just to fuel up the water regardless, because I think the water's the problem. So maybe we might have like a per, perceptual, what do you call it? Per perpetual 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 system, right? Where it's not actually perpetual. So we probably just need one biofuel to fuel up the water pumps, just in case. Like yeah, like we might. Yeah, I should probably do that just like as a backup. So the water's always going to be flowing. Because the reason why, yeah, because right now the reason we need a backup is because the coal plant is also powering up the water pump as well. So if the coal plant, yeah, okay, we might just need a biofuel. Then so many things to think about, right? But it's good. It's good. I like it. Makes me it gives me problems to solve, and I will go out my way to solve them. You know, it's nice. I like it. It's a good game because it's all my fault as well. That's the good thing about Satisfactory, right? Everything's my fault. Whereas in Overwatch, it's like, oh, well, that teammate, I can't control what that teammate does, right? But in Satisfactory, I can control my exact factory systems. I can control everything. So that's why it's more intriguing, right? It's my fault. Everything's my fault in Satisfactory, right? There's no RNG in that game. It's all purely logic. It really is just logic. There's no RNG. The only RNG thing is like the spawn locations of the materials, I think. But yeah, that's the only RNG thing, right? And the creatures. But when it comes to defective stuff, it's all my fault. So that's why I could really solve the problem and figure it out. It's also dumb now, by the way. I think it's because it's like a public holiday as well. Today is a public holiday. Anzac Day or something. Holidays. Anzac Day. You guys know what that is? Apparently, if I remembered from if history is correct or not, which we don't even know if it's real. Like we don't even know what actually happened. How do we know actually what happened? By the way, like Anzac Day is basically because what the Australians and New Zealand troops. Okay, this is what apparently what happened. Hold on. Okay, so this is based on what I learned from school, or what I was taught, because the victors always write the history, right? So this is what the victors say. The victors say that Anzac Day celebrates when the Australians and New Zealand Armada went to fight whoever the I don't know Turkish people, I think. Someone they attacked the Gallipoli Island, which is a small little thing on the huge world war. And the reason we're celebrating is because we had mass casualties. Pretty much, they probably all died. Okay, again, it depends on who knows if I don't even know if it's real. Like who said that happened? Who? How do we know that happened? But apparently, we're supposed to New Zealand and Australia is honoring the soldiers that died, right? Because apparently the victors said that the noblemen sacrificed themselves to go into the front lines, right? But if you look at it from a different country's perspective, technically they just sent all of the New Zealand and Australians to just take like train the machine guns first before the rest of the other allies came in and finished them off. So like basically from a different POV, in reality, well, okay, not reality, but in a different POV, what New Zealand and Australia did was send their soldiers to soak up some bullets, like Stegosauruses in Ark. Basically, the New Zealand and Australian soldiers soaked up the machine gun bullets, and then once the machine gun bullets were drained or they ran out of soldiers, then they sent the rest of the army to capture Gallipoli Island. But that's just from a different perspective, right? From from a Australian and New Zealand perspective, the brave men helped win the fight. But from another perspective, literally they just sent the Australians and New Zealanders to soak up the bullets. GG. But it's World War One or two. I think it was World War. I don't even know. I guess that just goes into the conversation of ecosystems, right? Because in a wider ecosystem, the Gallipoli battle really did not matter because it's such a small, insignificant battle compared to the mass casualties in the rest of the World War, right? But again, how do we know? How do we know there was a World War, anyways? How do we know that? Who said there was a war? How do we know anything's real? I don't know anything is real. How do we know the history we learn? No. How do we know the history we're taught about the war is real? The victors write the story. For all we know, there could have just been villagers on the island and we just genocided them. Well, not we, because I'm not part, but you know what I mean, right? The victors write the story. The victors could easily say that the Gallipoli Island had soldiers shooting back at us, so we had to kill them. But yeah, again, the victors write the story, right? Who knows? It could have just been villagers on the island, and it's just like, oh, let's just kill them. But to make ourselves look good, let's just say there were soldiers on the Gallipoli Island. Who knows? Maybe it's just the turtles. Maybe the turtles that we actually just killed turtles. I don't know. You don't know. Who does? You don't know who wrote. You don't know what's real or not. You don't know which history is true or not. The victors write the stories. For all we know, there's probably no humans. We don't even know if the war happened. We probably just killed some Gallipoli's turtles there. I don't know. Literally have no idea what's real or not. No idea. I did stand in one Anzac parade once, just once. I had to stand in one once for my military thing when I was back in the little military program thing. I did one thing with the Anzac. I stood with the groups and we just stand there for like an hour or two in silence. But yeah, again, you don't know who wrote. Yeah, don't even know if it's real or not. There's always just different perspectives, right? I wonder what the like people that own Gallipoli Island or like whatever country. I think it's Turkish though. I don't know. I can't. I don't actually. Don't. I don't know. But I wonder what happens if you ask their perspective from a different, from the other side. Like if you ask the other side, hey, what happened at the Gallipoli Island, and then they'll tell their story, and we'll see the difference, right? See what they're taught. What are they taught? Are they taught the same thing as the West? Are they even? Who knows? You know, we don't know, and we have zero proof. We don't even, and even if we did have proof, we wouldn't. I bet I would still be like, okay, you got some proof, but how do I know that that proof is real? How do I know that the proof is the proof is the proof? The proof, the proof. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But in the end, what happened? I don't even know. How do I even know the world war is real? Matter of fact, matter of fact, currently, isn't Ukraine and Russia still at war? I heard about it like 4 years, 5 or 4 years ago. The Russia and Ukraine's having a war. Apparently, they're still having a war right now. Is it that slow? I guess. And you wonder how when they talk about World War, right? When they talk about World War Two, they will say it's like, damn, it sounds like, wow, millions of people died, right? But currently, as I'm speaking, Russia and Ukraine are currently at a war, and apparently the US is also having a war around or something. But like, we're just chilling because we're in our own ecosystem. Like, what's happening? It's been like 5 years. How are you guys still fighting? Is the war that slow? I don't even know if that was real. Because when I think about war, it's like go fully attack, right? But I guess was that slow? I don't know. Is it really that slow? They did say that World War Two lasted like many years, right? But it's just when I'm living it, it's like damn, it's slow. It's like what's even happening? It started 5 years ago too. The Ukraine and Russia had like a started a conflict 5 years ago or something, right? How is it still on now? This is psyop. It's not real. I thought Russia had nukes. Is nukes even real? How do we know if nukes are real? By the way, have we actually tested it? Have I? It was like, and apparently, okay, I guess the bombs dropped on Japan were hydrogen bombs, right? But where's the damage and stuff? I don't even know what's real. How do we know that that footage we saw on YouTube of the Americans testing at the bombs even real? We don't even. I don't know. It's just such a lost reality. Like we don't even know if a nuke is real. We haven't even seen it. Nothing's even been used. We don't know what's real, man. Such a lost reality, right? It's like what is real? Ecosystems, blah blah blah. You know, wasn't Israel like genociding Palestine? What happened? I haven't even heard about that. Like, what happened? Did Are they all gone? Did they move back? I saw like under 10-second videos of footage of Palestine looking like a wasteland, right? All the buildings are like literally incinerated. How do I know that was real? We don't even know what's real, man. And I said they like genocided the Palestine. Where? I didn't see anything. It really just depends on the ecosystem, right? I bet if you really start searching for it with the new incognito account, you're either going to fall onto the defensive side or the offensive side. Yeah, I don't know what's real. What is real, right? So many things happening. What's happening? How have Isn't it like a Sentinel Island as well? How come we haven't killed them yet? I mean, how come we haven't invaded that yet? Could build like a nuclear power plant. Wait, are nuclear power plants even real? Are they real? I've never seen one before. New Zealand has no nuclear power plant. I think they actually are real nuclear power plants. I don't know, but one thing is, I'm pretty sure I saw like a really long documentary video on how it's built and how it works. So that might be real. I don't know. How do I know? I don't know. What I do know is real is hydroelectric dams. I know that's real. Reason I know that's real is because during our trip on Operation Twizel, we literally went towards the canals, and I literally was like at the pump, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty real to me. Water goes down, water flows out. I literally see the outtake and everything. So, oh yeah, that's real. So hydroelectric dams, that's real. The salmon, they're real. I flew a drone over the salmon farms and I saw the salmon, right? That's real. I believe the only way I could actually identify something's real is if I just see it in person and video it and put it on my channel. That's like the only way we could really identify what's real because it's my ecosystem, right? So it's like, sure, something exists, but it's not real until I see it. It's my ecosystem, my reality, right? It's the same reality where I'm not allowed to die either. So you've seen it, but if I haven't seen it, it might not be real until I see it. So, all these maps, all the countries in the world, they might not be real until I actually unlock it myself. So my ecosystem where I'm not allowed to die, my ecosystem where I can explore things and identify what's real. Like obviously this thing's real, feels real to me. Water's real, you know. Fire's real. Planes are real. I've seen them physically land and take off. But you never know. The planes actually might not be real because I've never been on one. So I don't know. How do I know that the planes that are flying up and down that I see are even real? Are they just like just a background? I don't know. I'm joking. Obviously, planes are real because I see them and I could hear them and I could feel their engine rumbles and stuff, right? I literally see them take off and fly off. So obviously, planes are real. So boats are real. Yep, being on a boat. Now, if I talk about that, I'm going to get exposed. Is Australia real? I don't know. I haven't been to Australia. Never left New Zealand. So we got a lot of things to explore in the future. Can't. I don't know if I want to explore right now. I don't know. What else did I talk about? We're kind of going crazy, but it's Diamond Hour, so yeah. Again, this is why this place is so much better than like the other premium stuff because it's just Diamond Hour here is just so spacious. No one's here. Nope. Nobody's here. And I can't wait to go back to Satisfactory soon. Once I finish most of my work, I'll be good to go, and I'm just gonna play it again as I need to look at the systems and stuff. It's a good game. I already put like a lot of hours onto it. It's like another job, but it's a good one. Much better than Overwatch. Way better than Overwatch. Way better than Marvel Rivals. It's a good game because everything's progress. It's nice. It's beautiful actually. I'm just talking non-stop. Holy crap. No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't recording. That's actually crazy. It wasn't actually recording. I literally spoke for that long. No, it wasn't bro. I literally just said this. It better be recording, and I checked and it wasn't recording. It is what it is. Can't do much about that. Ah, no, it stopped recording after drinking some water. I don't know how much it lost. Dude, that's crazy. I literally said this thing better be recording. I haven't checked it in a while because I was talking so much. And then when I checked it, it was actually gone. Ooh, I don't know what context I lost, but it is what it is. I can't do much about that. It actually wasn't recording. I don't know how much I lost though. I don't know how much I lost. I think I lost like 10 minutes. I lost like 10 minutes and 9 minutes. That's, I don't even know why I did that. It is what it is. That happens sometimes. That does happen sometimes. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it. Let's go check the weight first. That's a shame. I don't know how much I lost though. I think I lost like 10 to 15 minutes of things I was talking about. So I don't know what I lost. It is what it is. I guess, yeah, that footage is gone. Should have checked it. I should check the camera more regularly, but I was just so locked in. Okay, what are we? Yesterday we were like 69.15. Oh no, I think it was 69.85. So we're probably going to be like 70 something now because 69.70. Cool. Excellent. We are dropping again. I guess that is because we are dropping like rice consumption, but I still feels pretty decent, I think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it. All right, so yeah, it's a bit, it's a bit. Again, I don't know what kind of footage I lost, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. That's just how it is, right? You know. Oh well, appreciate it. Bye bye. Should have brought sunglasses or something. Look. There's a New York. This is New Zealand though, I don't understand. It's kind of a huge place though. We've got the popo here, look at him. Look at the popo here, that's really cool. Another one. I've somehow made it into like the homeless place. I'm joking.